What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Tyson, the Gypsy King Fury. Get this. Tyson Fury makes it clear to his promoter, Frank Warren, who he wants after he defeats Usyk. And this is what he had to say. He said, I think there's a good chance of that happening. I don't know if it would be next. It's jumping too forward. And he said, let's get the big one out of the way first, and then we'll see where we go. I do think it will happen. What will happen? Excuse me. He said, Tyson told me that he wants the rematch. And I know Francis Ngannou wants it because after the fight, we met at his Excellency's house, and we had a nice conversation. He's a nice guy with a good team around him, and I'm sure we'll do it again. Those are the words of Frank Warren by way of Tyson Fury, and let me counterpunch. Well, I will tell you this. Who wouldn't want to see that again? I mean, especially after Tyson. If Tyson, okay, here, first of all, Tyson, and I agree with Frank, he has to get past Usyk. If he doesn't beat Usyk, none of this matters. Why? Because the lineal goes goes away because he won't be lineal anymore. Okay, the lineal championship will be long. It'll go right back to the Ukraine where it was before he supposedly picked it up from the Ukrainian champion, Vladimir Klitschko, because he was the guy that beat the guy, right? So if you're the guy that beats the guy that beat the guy, that would be Usyk. Okay, so that should be the case. I think he should worry more about Usyk than, Francis. But, I mean, of course, someone that has the type of mental challenges that Tyson Fury has, he has to, look forward to the next goal. But understand, him looking forward to the next goal is the same, probably is a lot involved to do with what happened when he got in there with Francis Ngannou and already signed for Oleksandr Usyk. You know what I mean? So it seems like to me he's doing the same shit that he did before. Now you haven't even fought Usyk yet, and you're talking about who you want after Usyk. Just like, hey, I already signed a contract to fight Usyk before I fought Francis Ngannou, and we knew how that went. So, it's a risky thing he's doing, and I don't think really mentally that's good for him. I don't. I think he should be focused on one guy at a time. Instead of, hey, this is the guy I want after the guy that I haven't fought. That's kind of reckless and very careless and very arrogant. You can say confident, but, I just think it's arrogant because, like Frank said, this is the big one. This ain't no small fry because you think Usyk's going to sit around and, no, Usyk's training right now. And Usyk's one of those guys where he's going to train like the Dickens, okay? But back to the fight itself, theoretically, if it happens, yes, that fight probably would take place. But understand, he has to fight Usyk again. So I don't think that's being anytime soon, unless Tyson Fury has a mindset to do exactly what he did with Vladimir. What did he do with Vladimir Klitschko? Okay, he beat Vladimir Klitschko. He owed him a rematch, and he didn't give him one. He pulled a Floyd Money Mayweather with Oscar De La Hoya. Remember that close as hell fight that he had with Oscar De La Hoya? I think it was May 7th of 2007 or May 5th of 2007, where, even his dad thinks that thought that Oscar De La Hoya won. And, and he, instead of fighting Oscar De La Hoya, he retired. Well, maybe Tyson Fury's trying that. And if it's anything close and he knows and he pulls that shit, not only will he lose fans, he will lose credibility. Okay, so, I think he has to get that out of the way first. But the way he's talking, like, hey, I really want Francis Ngannou rematch after I beat Usyk. So I think it would be a good rematch. I think Francis would, fancy that fight. Why wouldn't he fancy that fight? Because he felt he won. He felt he got the best of him. And I think he's going to be better prepared anyway, even though, he did he surprised everybody. So at the end of the day, advantage Ngannou. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Tyson the Gypsy King Fury, making it clear to Frank Warren who he wants after he defeats Oleksandr Usyk for undisputed heavyweight championships of the world. Of course, please subscribe, and you guys can count.